T.I. and his son King Harris are no strangers to public scrutiny, but this latest controversy has taken things to another level. Social media erupted after King made eyebrow-raising comments about 50 Cent's late mother, remarks that many felt crossed a serious line. Almost immediately, speculation spread online, with viewers asking the same question: did T.I. step in and physically pull King aside on camera after realizing just how tense the situation had become? To understand how things escalated so quickly, it helps to rewind to the ongoing tension between T.I. and 50 Cent. What started as competitive talk about a potential versus battle has slowly turned into months of subtle jabs and public back and forth. Although the highly anticipated showdown has yet to materialize, the rivalry has remained active, especially in early February 2026, when tensions flared again. The conversation reignited on Sunday, February 22nd, during T.I.'s appearance on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast. There, he addressed the versus speculation directly, making it clear that he wasn't trying to make things personal with 50 Cent but simply responding to the chatter. Still, when it comes to these two heavyweights, even measured comments can fuel the fire, and this time, King Harris unexpectedly became part of the unfolding drama. He explained that the idea was never about competition, but about celebrating each other's music catalogs. According to him, he and 50 had already discussed the versus concept privately. This wasn't some random public call-out. He said the conversation didn't come out of nowhere. They had even been in Los Angeles moving around and booking shows together. T.I. claimed they reached an understanding about doing the versus, and part of that understanding was that he would bring it up publicly first. In his version of events, there was a clear plan. They talked it through, agreed to it, and decided he would issue the public challenge so 50 could respond. That was how it was supposed to unfold, but things didn't go according to that script. When T.I. mentioned the battle publicly, he says 50 acted as if he had no idea what he was talking about. That reaction didn't sit well with him. T.I. openly questioned 50's character, saying he would have preferred him to simply admit he wasn't interested instead of pretending to be confused. He made it clear he felt slighted and ultimately said he lost respect for 50 over the situation, using those exact words. But 50 Cent has built a reputation for never letting public criticism slide. Known as much for his social media trolling as for his music, he tends to respond in ways that escalate the drama rather than calm it down. His typical strategy in rap feuds often involves bringing personal elements into the conversation and letting the internet do the rest. That pattern seemed to play out here as well. The tension between them flared up again in early February after T.I. confidently stated he could defeat 50 in a versus battle. 50 made it clear he wasn't interested and took to Instagram to mock T.I., even referring to him as King Rat in the comments. T.I. quickly clapped back, and just like that, their long-simmering rivalry was back in full swing. 50 fired the first shot by calling T.I. King Rat, and T.I. wasted no time responding. He shot back, saying, "You playing on my name when only one of us a rat in real life. You know I got your paperwork, and my transcript is online. Your excuse is useless. Get in the box or STFU and live in fear. You soft, son. You've lost my respect." At that point, the exchange was strictly between the two rappers, T.I. accusing 50 of being soft, and 50 labeling T.I. a snitch. The insults were intense, but they were still contained within the boundaries of rap beef. That changed when 50 made a move that escalated everything. After T.I. publicly said he lost all respect for 50 over backing out of the proposed versus battle, 50 responded in a way that shifted the tone completely. He posted a photo of Tiny on Instagram, appearing to mock her. That single post marked a turning point. Instead of keeping the focus on T.I., 50 redirected the beef toward his wife, Tamika "Tiny" Harris. On Sunday, he shared a photo of Tiny performing on stage and captioned it, "I keep saying, keep my name out your mouth, okay?" Posting what many viewed as an unflattering image of someone's wife crossed into personal territory. This was no longer just lyrical sparring, it involved family, and once family gets pulled in, the situation can escalate fast. But it wasn't T.I. who responded first. It was his 21-year-old son, King Harris. The post quickly made rounds online, and King didn't stay silent for long. However, his reaction is what truly set social media ablaze. He didn't just defend his mother, he took things in a direction that few people saw coming, and that unexpected move is what has everyone talking now. On Sunday, February 22nd, the 21-year-old rapper took to his Instagram stories with an explosive, profanity-filled rant after the 50-year-old mogul posted what many saw as an unflattering photo of Tiny amid his growing online feud with T.I. King went on camera, recording himself and directing every word straight at 50 Cent. The message was loud, emotional, and unmistakably personal. In the middle of the tirade, King repeatedly brought up 50 Cent's late mother, saying that instead of posting his mom, 50 should post a picture of his own mother's grave. That remark instantly shifted the situation into deeply sensitive territory. At just 21, King publicly referenced the deceased mother of one of the most influential figures in hip-hop and entertainment, a move that stunned many viewers. 50 Cent's mother, Sabrina Jackson, died in 1983 in a case widely believed to be a homicide. Authorities suspected she was drugged, left unconscious in her apartment, and that the residence was later set on fire. No arrests were ever made, and the case remains unsolved. 50 was only 8 years old at the time of her death, a loss he has spoken about openly for years, often describing how profoundly it shaped his life. He once reflected that whenever things went wrong, he would think that if his mother was still alive, things might have been different. That painful chapter of his life is what King chose to reference. King didn't stop with the video. He continued posting to his Instagram stories, sharing an image of a headstone and writing that this was where 50's mother was buried. He then posted another image of a grave marker bearing Sabrina Jackson's name, adding more inflammatory captions. By sharing photos of tombstones and tying them directly to his comments, King escalated the feud to a level that went far beyond rap rivalry and into extremely personal territory. King didn't hold back. He shared what appeared to be the actual gravesite of 50 Cent's mother and told him to go dig her up and post a picture of it. He even said 50 should go put flowers on her grave. Within minutes, the clips and screenshots were circulating across every major social platform. One account on X, Raindrops Media, summed it up by posting that King Harris had entered the chat and told 50 to dig up his deceased mother and post her gravesite. When 50 first posted the photo of Tiny during his ongoing feud with T.I., reactions online were divided. Some people understood King wanting to defend his mother. But much of the conversation focused on how far he took it. Many fans felt there's a clear difference between standing up for your mom and targeting someone else's deceased parent. In their eyes, King crossed that line, and the internet definitely noticed. What surprised many observers was 50 Cent's reaction, or lack of one. People expected him to respond aggressively, maybe even escalate things further. Instead, he appeared completely unfazed. T.I. publicly supported his son and continued criticizing 50, while 50 responded in a way only he can, with humor and subtle trolling. And for those familiar with his history, that calm response can be more ominous than a heated rant. When 50 doesn't explode, it often means he's thinking several steps ahead. As the back and forth continued, 50 posted an image of Pepe the Frog on Instagram. He didn't name anyone directly, but the timing made the target obvious. Fans flooded the comments with their own interpretations, and 50 followed it up with a frog face photo captioned simply, "Hey, that's it." That was his public reaction to being told to dig up his late mother. A meme and a laugh. For longtime observers, that response carried weight. 50 Cent has a reputation for playing the long game in feuds, and he rarely forgets a slight. Interestingly, this isn't the first time he's clashed with a rapper's son. Earlier in 2026, he had tension involving Christian King Combs, the son of Diddy. So in many ways, this felt like another chapter in a pattern. Another high-profile dispute where the children of hip-hop heavyweights found themselves stepping into battles that started with their fathers. 50 knows how to play the long game. His approach to conflict is usually built on patience, timing, and calculated moves rather than emotional reactions. Meanwhile, T.I. fired back at 50's original post about Tiny. He jumped into the comments and responded with a harsh insult, making it clear he wasn't going to let the jab slide. The tone was aggressive and direct, matching the intensity of the ongoing feud. T.I. also took to his Instagram stories shortly after 50's post. In one update, he wrote a message emphasizing being a good man, a good father, and a good person. The statement seemed reflective, possibly aimed at himself or even at King, as a reminder of character in the middle of the chaos. Then T.I. did what veteran rappers often do when tensions rise: he went to the studio. He previewed what appears to be a diss track produced by DJ Toomp, seemingly titled War. In the snippet, T.I. makes it clear he's ready for lyrical confrontation. The preview, which runs a little over a minute, may be part of a longer version expected to appear on his upcoming final album, Kill the King, slated for release later in 2026. In teasing the track on Instagram, he suggested that if 50 wants war, he's prepared to deliver it. In other words, T.I. chose to channel the conflict into music, bars, strategy, and calculated messaging. But here's where the contrast becomes sharp. While T.I. handled the feud like a seasoned artist, through diss records and pointed commentary, King took a far more reckless route. His decision to bring up 50's late mother publicly wasn't strategic. It introduced real risk because 50 Cent isn't just a rapper, he's a powerful media figure. As the head of G-Unit Film and Television, he has major industry connections, influence, and a history of using his platform effectively in public disputes. He's shown before that he can extend conflicts beyond social media and into larger arenas, and all of this began over a proposed versus battle that allegedly fell apart, leading to accusations of backing out and insults about snitching. What started as competitive talk between two veteran artists has now evolved into a layered feud involving family, music, and reputations, with consequences that may not be immediate, but could unfold over time. Both sides began hinting at alleged receipts, trading accusations of informing and escalating their personal attacks. What started as competitive tension had already turned messy, but when King brought up the death of 50's mother, the situation shifted into far more serious territory. Publicly, 50 Cent appeared unbothered, posting a frog meme on Instagram with a simple "oh" in response to King's remarks about Sabrina Jackson. However, laughing something off online doesn't necessarily mean it's over, especially when it comes to 50. Anyone familiar with him knows he plays the long game, and T.I. understands that better than most. He knows 50 doesn't forget and rarely lets things go, which makes King's decision to step into the feud even more significant. The reason many people believe T.I. would step in physically if things went too far is rooted in their history. This wouldn't be the first time father and son clashed publicly. Back in November 2023, during an Atlanta Falcons game at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, T.I. had performed as part of the team's 50th anniversary of hip-hop celebration. What started as playful back and forth between him and King inside their suite reportedly escalated into a physical altercation, giving the public a rare and tense glimpse into their family dynamic.